A Victory Mills man pleaded guilty to selling fentanyl patches that authorities say he stole from his dying father.
Prosecutors say a Greenwich teenager died after chewing on one of those patches. Kumi Tucker is live in the newsroom with more on tonight's top story. Good evening, Kumi.
Good evening, Jim. James Slingerland will now go to prison for selling those patches. Authorities say this is a drug that is making the rounds, and that is dangerous. Fentanyl is 80 times more powerful than morphine, and it can kill you. Authorities say 17-year-old Morgan Harrington of Greenwich died in May of last year after chewing and sucking on a fentanyl patch, sending high doses of the drug directly into his stomach and system. That patch led investigators back to 33-year-old James Slingerland of Victory Mills.
Mr. Slingerland stole it from his father, who had been diagnosed with cancer and who was really in the last days of his life. And he was taking the fentanyl to really just try to prevent any further pain and suffering in his last days. He had then been transported to the hospital, and it was at that point that Mr. Slingerland took the stash of fentanyl patches from his house and sold those patches.
Slingerland was convicted of attempted criminal sale of a controlled substance. Authorities say he sold patches to a teenager who then sold them to other teens, including Harrington. We went to Morrow's Pharmacy in Cohoes to get a look at fentanyl, which experts say can be extremely dangerous if used the wrong way or by someone not meant to take it.
In many situations, excessive drowsiness or sedation, respiratory depression, which in many circumstances, especially in high doses and short periods of times, can lead to respiratory arrest and unfortunately death.
James Slingerland is expected to get 2 years in prison when he's sentenced at the end of October.